Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the 305 sprint cars here at Bristol on dirt. Ran fastest time I've ran so far in these cars here in practice. Hopefully we can keep up that speed. Track's a little bit worn out going into each corner, but really the bottom, if you can hook it right, it's really fast. It doesn't matter really how worn out the track gets. If you could hook it down there right, it's really fast, like the entire time. Of course, have the wing all the way forward in these, or mainly any sprint car. That's how I just drive them, and then I'll move it back if needed, but I probably won't move it back in this race. Try to find the apron, straddle it, try to keep the car straight. Felt okay through that corner. 3 and 4 felt really good there. I feel like I hit the apron just perfectly. Hit the apron a little too much there. Still able to stay down. Ran a 7:13. People are still quick. Probably won't have a quicker lap on my second lap, and it's going to be very tough to pass. So I was hoping we can get on the pole, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. No, I ran a 7:22. At least I was consistent, very consistent, which I'll take, because once the track starts wearing out, that's when you'll be able to have some opportunities to get by some people, because people are going to start sliding up the track or just going a little higher. I usually stay right along this bottom as long as I can in most cars, and it usually works out pretty well. So currently we're third. Hopefully we don't fall back anymore. I'd like to stay on the bottom side, but a few people left to qualify. I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, we stayed in third, which is not too bad. It's really interesting. The top 8 were under the .8. It was all within a tenth, basically, so that's really crazy. A lot of quick people here. Happy I qualified somewhat up front. Hopefully we can get to the inside of second place going into turn 1 and just hook it down there and keep going. Make sure the wing's all the way forward. Just double check that, because I'm always thinking it's going to reset for some reason, but it never does. I'm just always self-conscious about it. I just have buttons on my wheel to go forward and back. I use that, and then buttons to move the relative and stuff to the next screen and back to the other way, just to help me, so I don't have to take my hands off the wheel, at least when I'm racing. Everything I use, at least. Like, I have the mute button on my wheel, and then changing the channels. I'm trying to find the right one. Oh, drivers, okay. And if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, like and subscribe, so I know that you guys are enjoying watching all this. Hopefully we can have a pretty good race here. I'm hoping we can. A lot of quick people. It's gonna be some close racing. Mainly stay full throttle right along the bottom. It's gonna be interesting when somebody messes up. The accordion effect, what happens behind that, because that's when wrecks happen for sure. But hopefully we can get a good start, being behind the leader. Don't be sleeping on it. Hopefully the 4 is sleeping a little bit. I like the straight white paint scheme, though. He just has like a straight white, and there's just sponsors all down the bottom of the wing. It looks nice to me. I don't know. I just like the white.
Good luck, fellas.
Yeah, hopefully we can have a good race. Don't race these often. The last time we did, I think was last week, actually.
You're hitting that with your pole.
No, he probably just says it all the time. He's fast. Car number 1. He knows what the hell he's doing. But I think the last time we ran these was last week at Weed Sport, and we won it. But we started on pole there, and people wrecked behind me. So I'm hoping starting third, maybe we can make something happen. It's going to be really hard to, though. Hopefully this track wears out pretty quickly on the bottom side, and people start moving up. I'd be surprised if the leader moves up. If he does, it might be for a couple laps until the bottom starts getting too high up. Because really, as soon as it wears out, you can go up a little and just kind of pinch the guy down low, and you can make it work because you'll get some momentum off the higher side. But once it starts wearing out too much, it just isn't worth it. Even when it's like halfway worn out up the track, I can keep pretty good pace on the bottom. And it'll be a couple tenths faster than the higher side. But right now, you can kind of start on the outside a little bit and pinch the guy down, because halfway through the corner, it's not slick. That's going to be the interesting thing. It's slick going in, and then halfway through the corner, it's not anymore. So I'm just hoping we can get a good start here.
Radio check. Can you hear me over there?
See how early he goes. He's already starting to speed up a little bit.
Base cut us off. You ready?
Was able to see his car jump a little bit, stay to the inside of the 4. Should have second place. Yeah, he was like right on my wheel. We didn't hit, to my knowledge. I didn't feel anything. He was trying to pinch me down for sure, though. But you really got to hit the apron perfectly. You can see it just kicks out on you out of nowhere. I could move the wing back a little, but I don't want to move it back too far. I'm okay with keeping it at 0. The gas just needs to kind of burn out of the car a little bit. Because once we get a few laps in this, the car starts handling a lot better to me. Stay keeping the wing at 0 as well. So I was doing some practice, trying to move the wing around. -1's okay. -2 is a little worse. And then after that, my speed just kind of falls off after -2. Don't know why exactly, but it does. I try not to do that too much. Once the car just starts like pushing up, I just kind of straighten it out and try to go up the corner, coming off. You definitely lose a little bit of time doing that, but I'd rather do that than just get completely sideways and lose all my momentum. I try to keep up my momentum at least. Yeah, I tried to make that work. The guy behind me caught me a good amount right there in that corner. Main thing is going to be trying to just hook the bottom the right way. There's not much grip. You just really got to barely turn the wheel. And it keeps bouncing off the apron on me. Not what I'm trying to do. If you hit the apron, it bounces you straight up the track. I'm trying to keep it as low as I can without getting sideways. You can really get really low on the apron, but you don't want to come right back up on the track because of the banking. The banking will kill your momentum and get you very sideways. Bottom's getting really slick. I'm actually gonna move the wing back to -1. Hopefully that helps for a little bit. I might move it back to 0 later on. That felt a lot better in that corner, to be honest. The back end just didn't kick out on me as bad. See if we can chase down this one car. Hooked it really well, and then it started kicking out on me 3/4 of the way through that corner. Really just trying to keep the car straight. I'm not trying to get the back end. Oh god, that was terrifying. Guy just sitting on track. Yeah, you can see how much he just caught me in that corner. He went really low though in the middle of the corner. Trying to see if just barely running up I can get some grip. Seems like in 3 and 4 it works okay. Jeez, I got so sideways. Seems like 3 and 4 it's okay. 1 and 2 not as much. 3 and 4 still not as much actually, because if you run the bottom right, it is faster. I'm just gonna stick to my low side that I know. I hooked that pretty well in my opinion. I got the left side just barely on it. Because you really want your left side barely tapping the apron and it'll just hook you right around perfectly. Not in a bad way, it won't spin you out. It'll like keep the car in a mini slide, but kind of keeping it straight. But if your front wheel just kind of bounces off the apron, that's when you see the car just straighten out and go up the track. What I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to get too sideways either. Because the guys behind me are just right on me. Definitely running better in 1 and 2 than I am in 3 and 4. Trying to have like a little bit of an arc going in now to try to keep the car straight. So I'm trying to do at least. Like I'm trying to start the corner higher to come down the corner. I'm just trying to keep this car going straight and not smack anything. I wonder how many times I'd say straight in this freaking race. The one car is doing a really good job though. It's gonna be really hard to catch him. What are we already halfway? Yeah. Oh no, we only have 10 laps left. It's not 30. It's not 30, it's 25. Guy's actually keeping the outside rolling pretty well. I'm putting the wing back to 0, not to -1 anymore. See if I can get this outside rolling. Have my left side's a little bit on the slick. Try to keep my right side just out of it. Because the right side is really the one that gets your car to spin around. But it's starting to get like black on the bottom lane from everybody running it. It's getting really hard to keep the grip. Yeah, he's running that line better than I am. Because he's like just barely out of the slick. I was too far out of it. Trying to keep it lower. That time was much better. The one car is loving what he's seeing behind him. It's literally just like a ton of people right here. There hasn't really been wrecks though, besides that one wreck car on the front stretch. That was the only one I saw. But yeah, this is kind of like a super speedway for these sprint cars. Just full throttle it. I got too high there. That's gonna get him to my inside. You don't really have room to throw a slider here, so he's gonna have to try to hold that bottom. And it seems like you can keep that momentum on the high side pretty well, because if you're gonna run the bottom, you kind of need the room to come up off the corner, keeping it straight. If not, I think you get a little sideways like he did, trying to stay off of me. Starting to get real wide out here though. I'm not liking. Trying not to go too far out of it. Trying to actually keep like in the top lane of the slick now just because it's getting so wide. Yeah, because you're not really losing much at all, if any. Staying a little lower. I'm trying not to push up too high. White flag. We should be able to keep second as long as I don't fuck up this last lap. Oh, had a good turn one. They had a really high turn one. Ooh, that green car's in the wall. The yellow and the green car got.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I think that was a 7 car. That's my guess.
Just hit me.
That's unfortunate for him. Good win. One car is super fast, man. That one car is super fast.
Thanks, Sam.
Nothing I can do about that.
Have a good race with everyone but you, number 10. Thanks, mate.
Alright, man, it is a great
Me?
day. You fellas did an awesome job this weekend. Got some for everybody.
Good race.
Really good job.
I don't think I did anything wrong there.
Nah, it was a good race with you, mate. It was number 10.
Oh.
Fucking just had
I was catching up.
tough life. He couldn't get past me, so he tried to fence me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we had a hell of a battle going on, me and you.
Gotcha. I thought you said 2. My bad. I was confused by what he said. I thought he said number 2.
Yeah, Cody, that was wicked. Top, bottom, and then Zach comes in and then
Yeah,
boom,
10 car just
hits
kind
me
of
like a
pushed
fucking-
up off the corner.
A fucking crash ball.
That's what I was saying about you needing the
Could have been
outside
neck
lane.
code. It's real bad here. Or no,
Oh, no.
That actually was like intentional. My bad.
Yeah, he kind of just came
I
up
just
into
saw it
him.
now.
I want to go back to the very beginning,
Yeah, just drove me straight off my line, up the wall.
because I know I was super close to this 4 car going into this corner. I don't think I hit him. No, we didn't hit. I don't know if there was net code there or not, because he was trying to pinch me down, which I figured, and I was just going to try to run the low lane as much as possible. I think when I turned in, the back end barely kicks out, and it might have clipped him in the front left. I don't know. That's a lot of net code if so, but it kind of looks like it with the way that he went up the track, which is unfortunate for him. Where did he end up finishing? Oh, wow. He ended up second to last. He must have ended up in a wreck or something. That blows. What the hell happened to him? Oh, he ended up in a wreck early. What the hell happened to him? That's why I'm really happy I didn't start in the outside lane, because if you had to try to pin someone down and then you get netcoded like that, it sucks. Oh, that's where him and the 13. Ooh, 13 got into the barrier. 4 car, does he land on his wheels? Oh, not quite. And then he uses his fast reset and gets back out there, so that's where he lost his 5 laps. That sucks. 13 was sitting there for a long time, though. That's very unfortunate for both of them. But the 4 went from... No, I think he just ran the bottom and he hit the apron. Yeah, he clipped the apron, it got him a little loose. 13 just kind of got into the back of him and then went for a ride himself. A couple guys clipped him back there, but it wasn't too bad. But we had a hell of a race up here. 1 car was gone. Where did the 7 start catching me? Because he was right on my ass. This is where I realized that the top lane could work, when he was side by side with his yellow car. 3 cars back there battling, trying to make it 3 wide, not quite though. This is where I realized the outside could actually kind of work, because the 10 car wasn't making the bottom work on the 7, and the 7 got by, and then so did the 3. 10 car kind of fell all the way back, and that's when I started running this little outside lane too. They were getting a little too high. I think he could have passed them much earlier if he could have stayed a little lower, but I don't think he was trying to get netcoded like the 4 did. I was just getting too sideways there on the bottom at this point. Usually I can hook the bottom pretty well, but it just started getting so rubbered up and black down here and just so slick. It was bad. Like, it was just not gripping right. 3 car was really pushing the issue on the 10. Like, they were right on each other. And then 10 car actually made it work down there for a while. It was a hell of a battle. Slowly just fell back. 7 car finally gets my inside because I really screwed up this corner. I went way too high. The back end just didn't turn. I got a little too high. Didn't want to come down on him. I knew he wasn't going to be able to throw a slider though. I think I gave him enough room coming off the corner. Oh yeah, he got way on the apron and was flying up off the corner and just had to get sideways to not come up into me. 3 car got to his outside. Like I said, you don't really have the room to throw a slider because you're not all the way up at the wall. They almost touched. That was super close. 3 car clear him there. Yeah, he just got a little sideways in the back end. And then the 10 car gets a good run from being on the outside. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The 10 car was running so well. And then I think it was this corner. Like, he just got sideways and just started coming up the track. Nope, not this one. Next lap. I think it was on the backstretch, yeah. He just started coming up off the corner. And a little too early. A lot earlier than he has been. And just kind of pushed out. And I think the 7 was just trying to stay in his line, going out towards the wall. That's unfortunate for the 7. We had a great battle all race. I'll take second. There was no catching the number 1 car. He was super quick up there. Started on pole. I knew it was going to be hard to pass. So happy we were able to get a spot there off the restart in the beginning, just the initial start. And get up to second. Should gain some iRating being car number 2 as well. So let's go see what we end up getting. Alright, results are in. Strength of field just under 2,300, not too bad. Number 1 car had the quickest lap. I wasn't too far behind him, actually, on the lap after him. I knew I was doing okay in the beginning, but he just started pulling away, and there was no catching him at that point, and it would have been hard to pass him even if I did catch him. But we gained 32 iRating. I'll take that. Back up to max on our safety, which is nice. And getting close to 4,200 once again, which is awesome. Very happy about that. Pretty clean race through the whole field. I don't know if it was a little bit of netco between me and the 4 in that first corner. If so, that's unfortunate. My bad. I tried doing the best I could to stay off him. But that's just how the game works sometimes, which is unfortunate. Then he fell all the way back into the clutches of the 13, which was just really bad when that happened. So great race by the guys up front. Good win by the number 1 car. That was a lot of fun. So it's kind of like a mini super speedway for the sprint cars, which was really fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know what you guys are doing this week for your races and how they're going. Appreciate you guys for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.